How many hours in the day do you guys have to work on your business? Michelle says 3, Greg says 2, Michael says 4. Traffic is the piece that I think more so than the offer and the funnels is the one where people spread themselves so thin that nothing gets their full attention. Guys, you have to understand something. Like, it seems logical to us that the idea is, okay, now I've got my funnel, now I've got my offer, I need to get traffic from anywhere and everywhere that I could possibly get traffic from, because that's going to give you the greatest chance of success. Marketing now in 2021 is not how it was in 2011. We need to talk about traffic today, and traffic is incredibly important, as I'm sure you well know. Traffic is that make or break piece of your business. You can kind of get any sales funnel to work if you just focus on it. If you quit the distraction and you just double down on one, you can get a really good result with many different types of sales funnels. And whether you want to launch a $2,000 course or a $500 course or a $10,000 coaching, doesn't matter. But if you focus on one, you've got a much greater chance of getting a result with it. Now we get to the traffic piece. And I think this is where people fall down even more so. Because when we get to the traffic piece, and some of you have maybe experienced this, is we feel like it seems logical to us that the idea is, okay, now I've got my funnel, now I've got my offer, I need to get traffic from anywhere and everywhere that I could possibly get traffic from, because that's going to give you the greatest chance of success. So I'm going to go and post some articles on Google and try and get those ranked in the search results. I am going to, I'm going to connect with some people on LinkedIn and try and build some connections there. I'm going to create a Facebook group and I'm going to post some content in there. I'm going to try the old paid ad things. I'm going to do a little bit of that as well. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. You're doing a bunch of different stuff. Traffic is the piece that I think more so than the offer and the funnels is the one where people spread themselves so thin that nothing gets their full attention. Guys, you have to understand something. Marketing now in 2021 is not how it was in 2011. 10 years ago, marketing online was actually incredibly easy. It's not difficult now, but it's certainly not as easy as it was back in 2011, okay? Back in 2011, and I was having some dinner with some friends the other day, and we were reminiscing on early marketing strategies that worked incredibly well. For example, back then, if there was a keyword that you wanted to target, okay, life coach, it was not that difficult to get ranked for that keyword. You could throw up a little website, nice little blog post, put some keywords in there, maybe send some backlinks to it, and within a week you could be up at the top, okay? Same thing with how I got my start. Guys, this was back in, 2011, 2012, maybe 2010. It feels like a while ago now, but I got my start online generating traffic with YouTube videos. And what I would do is I'd put a video on YouTube, I would optimize it for a keyword, and I could be on the first page of YouTube, and I could be on the first page of Google, because you know that Google sometimes put YouTube results in the search results. I could be there in minutes, not days, not weeks, literally minutes. I could have a video optimized for a keyword and positioned there, getting traffic almost immediately. Guys, that was back in 2010, 2011. It's not the same anymore. So back then, and this is my point, you could have done a bunch of stuff. You could do a video in a day, get that ranked, get a blog post ranked, run some Google ads and get some traffic from that. You could spread yourself a bit thinner there because it was actually working. Now's not the same. Now, if you want to get results with traffic, you've got to double down and learn it well. You need to pick a strategy, you need to find where your audience are hanging out, and you need to go there, be present, and put a bunch of time into that. Because if you only give, let's say you've got, and in fact, I'm curious because I don't think all of you will be in a position where you're doing this full time. Okay, some of you will, but some of you perhaps are still holding down a job while you're getting your business going. How many hours in the day do you guys have to work on your business, average? Let me know in the chat box here on Zoom. How many hours in the day, on average, do you have to work on your business? Okay, so Michelle says 3, Greg says 2, Michael says 4, JMP says full time, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. So this is interesting. So we're looking at an average of something around kind of like 2 to 4 hours. So let's say you have 2 hours. And in that 2 hours, one of those hours needs to be used for admin, okay? the running of your business, optimizing some sales funnels, replying to some emails, maybe taking an enrollment call, whatever it is. So you've got 1 hour left. Now in that 1 hour, you've got a choice. Are you going to give 100% of that 1 hour to one traffic source? Or are you going to try and do 6 things in that hour and give each thing 10 minutes? You're not going to be able to get a video ranked on YouTube if you give 10 minutes to the strategy to make that happen. You're not going to make paid advertising work if you give 10 minutes to learning how to do it each day and trying to run some ads. You're not going to be able to build any meaningful connections on LinkedIn if you're just doing it for 10 minutes while you then go ahead and do a bunch of other stuff. You're not going to get an article ranked on Google to get some traffic if you're giving 10 minutes. You're going to have a greater shot at making any one of those work if you give it the full hour. You see what I'm saying? Is this making sense? Tim, give me a 3 in the chat if this is making sense to you. Okay, so for most of you, you need to decide where you should be starting. What is the starting point? Because I don't think many of you on here are going to be doing huge numbers of revenue. If you are, congratulations and well done. But I think you're most likely here because your business is not where you want it to be. So you've got a decision to make. You can either focus on free traffic or you can focus on paid. Those are your 2 options. And most of you, I think, know where I'm going to be going with this, but let's first talk about the difference between free traffic and paid traffic and the benefits for both. Free traffic, I want to make myself clear. I'm not against it. I think free traffic is great. Free traffic is anything that you're doing to generate interest in your business, to potentially generate clients that hasn't really cost you anything, okay? Or very, very minimal. So we're talking about launching a Facebook group and trying to get some interaction in there, which by the way, isn't going too great at the moment, okay? The Facebook algorithm is shot. It just doesn't really work very well at all. But it's that. It's spending some time prospecting on LinkedIn. It's going into other people's Facebook groups and providing some content. It's blogging, it's YouTube videos. It's stuff that you can do for free that is hopefully going to get you some eyeballs and get you some interest. Here's the problem with it. It's a long-term strategy. It's a long-term strategy that is not consistent and not reliable. So let's say, for example, if you were trying to sell your course and you were ready to go, right? You got a $3,000 offer and you are ready to go tomorrow. You could take on a new client tomorrow and you would need 3 clients to get you to roughly $10,000 a month. If I said to you, and you were using free traffic and you were just getting your start, if I said, how confident are you that you could land 3 new clients next month using that traffic strategy? Most likely you would say, I'm not very confident at all, because I don't know if my video is going to rank. I don't know if I'm going to get any interest. I don't know how many conversations I might have. You're not going to feel confident to generate $10,000 next month using a free traffic strategy. Whereas if you understand paid traffic, on the contrary, you can do that. The difference with paid traffic, and the main one, is of course you're paying for that traffic. So you are putting some of your financial resource up front, but in return for that, you actually do have consistency and you have something you can rely on. How is that possible? Well, with paid traffic, you're guaranteed traffic. There's no trick here, okay? If you go to Facebook and you put a bit of money into the Facebook machine, you're going to get some traffic. If you go to YouTube and you start running some YouTube ads, you're going to get some traffic. Now it's up to your sales process and the offer to convert that traffic into sales, but regardless, irrespective of your sales funnel or your offering, you're going to get traffic. It's guaranteed. So now it's a numbers game. And this is what we teach our clients. It becomes a numbers game, and it's actually a relatively simple numbers game. We've got a module inside of our private client group where we break down the expected numbers of your funnel, so you can actually start to calculate how much can I afford to spend on traffic to make sure I am still profitable, and then, and only then, can you near guarantee the $10,000 next month. Because you can say, I need to get to 10,000, roughly, I need 3 clients at $3,000, okay? So now you can work out, well, if I run some paid traffic, how much will it cost me to generate a $3,000 client and remain profitable? And once you know that number, and you spend some money on paid ads and you generate that first client and it's profitable, well, now you can spend that same amount again. And usually averages start to work out, and you can spend the same amount again and get a second client, spend the same amount again and get a third client. Usually the issue with our clients as they start to scale this type of stuff, it's not keeping the ads running. It's not seeing if it converts. The biggest struggle is in the growth pains, the stretching of the growing of the business, because now it's, okay, do I have the ability to deliver for all of these clients that I'm getting in? I can see the journey now to scale from 10,000 a month to 20, 30, 40, and 50. So now the bigger issue for people that understand this stuff and do it really well, the bigger issue is understanding how to then scale the company and your business as opposed to the traffic, because with paid traffic, it's guaranteed. So I want to put a quick side note on this. Free traffic is something good and you should do it, but it should be later down the line. Don't focus on free traffic straight away. Wait till you've got some momentum. Get paid traffic going first, okay? Get paid traffic going first, start to get some momentum, start generating some customers and some clients, and then to supplement the traffic you're getting from paid, you can go ahead and start doing some free stuff on the side. Now you've got two things working in tandem. You've got paid traffic that's your reliable short-term, I know how to get clients and I can get them when I want them. And your free traffic is the long-term, when paid traffic starts to get too expensive or whatever, perhaps too difficult 4 or 5 years down the line. Now you've got a long-term asset because you built a following and a YouTube channel with loads of subscribers, all that good stuff. It's long-term.